Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Sticklen. A man who was arrested for showing up at a school with a gun has been ordered to remain at the state hospital. 62-year-old Alan Bang of Killdeer was facing 5 charges after police say he showed up at Killdeer High School in October of last year and threatened a subcontractor in the parking lot. Then when deputies questioned Bang, he claimed to be a U.S. Marshal and told deputies he went to the school because he believed someone was breaking in with shotguns. A judge then ordered that Bang be examined at the North Dakota State Hospital in Jamestown. Medical experts there say Bang suffers from mental illness but is not likely to be a violent threat if supervised and treated. Bang was then committed to the state hospital in May for a period of 5 years. His court case was closed, citing a lack of criminal responsibility. He was ordered to stay away from school grounds and abide by treatment and medication rules. Bang will be up for review again in October. All right, switching gears. This week is the I Can Bike Camp Week. It teaches kids with disabilities how to ride a bike and learn lifelong skills. Take a look at this. The camp is for children with disabilities from ages 8 to 14. But if someone older wants to learn, they can. Every kid will start with a roller, and as they feel more comfortable, the volunteers will then adjust to resistance. This prepares them for the 5th day, where this is the goal, to have the kids be able to ride their own bike outside or on their own.
Being able to ride your bikes opens the door to so many different things, whether it's recreational and you're riding around the neighborhood with your friends or going on a trail with your family. It's a great way to stay healthy and fit all throughout your life.
Vanderwall adds that the camp teaches these kids skills that they can use forever, and it teaches them that they can do anything they put their mind to, so great stuff there. Also, Department of Defense Health Study has found a small measurable increase in cancer risk for personnel who spent time in underground missile alert facilities. It includes the Minot Air Force Base, where up to 7 excess cancer cases per 10,000 people were estimated. Experts say old construction materials, including asbestos, are still present in some of these buildings. One law firm that handles this related cases says people who lived in or worked on the base should get screened even if they feel fine now. They say some clients had no symptoms for decades.
It was a hot topic in the 90s. It's all been then. It seems like most people think it just kind of went away, and it really didn't. Anybody who's involved in construction, demolishing buildings, firefighters, like you said, they're all at some risk of asbestos exposure. So it's still very much around.
All right, you can get more information on our website. And if you or a family member lived or worked at the Minot Air Force Base between 1976, that being in 2010, you can access more information through the Missile Community Cancer Study website. Let's check in with Andre now for a quick check of the forecast. Andre?
Well, thank you so much, Chance. And looking here in Dickinson, we're drying out just a little bit here, but we are still seeing some of those hazy conditions. And the temperature is at 60 degrees and the winds are out of the east at 8 miles per hour. But as we head over into Bowman, we really can't see too much right now because of some fog and smoke. And also the visibility is at 4 miles and the temperature is at 41 degrees. Now, looking ahead, we're going to continue to see those smoky conditions around here and also cool temperatures as well, and we're going to be seeing overall quieter conditions around here once we get further down the line. Now, looking at our current storm team radar right now, we're looking at some rainfall still along the I-94 corridor between Bismarck and Dickinson here. Let's dive in a little deeper, shall we, where places like New Salem, Glen Ullin, and Richardson is continuing to see that rainfall, and even there in Mont, locally heavy rainfall is quite possible too, but looks like Elgin and Flasher is next in line, and even north of Beulah is seeing a little bit of a pocket of some shower activity. Now, once we get further into our east central counties, we're continuing to see some of that lighter rainfall, and this is going to continue to move in places like Pingree, into Woodworth, and also into the Wing area over the next 15 minutes or so. Now, looking at our pattern that's driving all this, we have an area of high pressure that's building on in, and that's giving us that northeasterly flow, and that's going to continue to allow for that smoke to enter into our viewing area. Looking at our air quality index at this time, looking to be at a moderate to unhealthy for insensitive groups, so make sure that you are limiting yourself outdoors, especially if you have any sort of respiratory illnesses, and also just keep those doors and windows closed during out the day today. Now, our visibility, due to the combination of the rain and the fog and also the smoky smoky conditions is looking quite on the bad side this morning, especially there in Crosby at 1.3 miles. So you want to be careful out there, folks, as you are traveling this morning. Now, looking at a smoke forecast, we are continuing to see that smoke building in from the north and east and pushing its way towards the south and west, including here in the capital city. So that is something to keep in mind here. And that's going to continue to push its way towards the west as we acquire more of a southerly flow overnight. And hopefully this will start having our smoke levels to be a little bit lower by that period of time during the day on Thursday. We're going to be watching that very closely here. And looking at our temperatures right now, our temperatures are mainly in the 50s and the 60s. And again, because of that northeasterly flow, that's going to limit our temperature potential throughout the day today, mainly into the mid to upper 70s. And these values are going to be running about 5 to 15 degrees below normal. So that's going to be something to really keep in mind here. So it's going to be feeling like fall instead of summertime. And once we get into our Thursday, we're going to continue to see those fall-like temperatures. So that's something to really watch out for. So you really don't have to wear as far as shorter layers. You can put on a sweater maybe potentially throughout the day today. And as we head into our Friday, we're going to see those temperatures climb back up into the upper 70s to low 80s in our northern tier counties. And as we get into Williston, we will continue to see those temperatures remain in the 70s through our Saturday, but into the low 80s as we get into our Sunday. And we could talk about some storm chances potentially as we head into the weekend. We'll be watching this very closely here. And looking here in Dickinson, about a common pattern here with those temperatures in the 70s over the next several days. Now looking here in the Magic City, we're going to be seeing 70s today, 70s tomorrow, and then we're going to be fluctuating between the 70s and 80s as we get into the rest of the time period here. And that same thing goes for the capital city too. So chance we're going to be watching for the smoke, the cool temperatures, and overall quieter conditions as we progress along the line.
All right, you betcha. Thanks, Andre. All right, for everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Sticklen. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.